enjoy throwing in a good mermaid class every once in a while. We'll be playing with 3 of the positions, 3 or 4. We'll see how many we get to. All right, so this morning, like I said, we'll begin with a block. Take your block, come down, knees together, feet apart, a little bit wider than your hips, and settle down onto a block. If you need a second one to get your hips a little higher, especially if you're tight as the weather continues to change, I'm always surprised at how affected I am by that. So once you find your settled position where you're comfortable, sit up nice and tall, working to stack the spine directly over the pelvis. If there's any tension in the ankles, make sure you readjust so that all 10 toes are on the earth, working to hug the ankle joints gently in, pressing down through the pinky toes. If there's any knee pain, please come out and find an alternative position, perhaps Sukhasana, the crisscross applesauce position. The hands can rest gently on the thighs.
Allie, sorry.
Yes, love.
Your video stopped. Can you please start it?
Why?
It won't let me restart it for you.
Why did my video stop?
I think I was trying to make you host, and I think I stopped your video. My apologies.
Oh, you're so funny. Get in my groove. Come on, girl. All right. So once you settle back into your position, please close the eyes. Hands rest gently on the thighs. A comfortable distance away from the torso so the elbows can bend, shoulders release, and this becomes a sustainable position for you. As we're settling here, notice how you're sitting on your sitting bones, the pointy bones in your buttocks. Are you in front of the sitting bones? Are you sitting behind them, or are you up directly on them? Is your belly drooping out? Can you pull it in, gently toning the abdomen? Are you hiking your shoulders up, forward, or back? Find a neutral position where you feel at ease with where your shoulders are. Is one shoulder lifted higher than the other? Are you leaning to the right or left? Continue exploring your body in this way, becoming more familiar with your natural tendency and how you sit, and giving yourself permission to mindfully move and readjust. Find the breath. Keep it peaceful, smooth, soft, and calm. Simply observe the breath, not changing it. For the last couple of moments here, I'd like you to simply think about why you don't like a pose. Is it the pose itself, or is it how you feel in the pose? Oftentimes, it's more that the pose makes us uncomfortable. We're not quite sure how to successfully get into the shape, how to successfully come out of the shape. So rather than focusing on the dislike, focus on how can you make the pose feel good for you? And a lot of times that means moving, readjusting, realigning, coming out, going back in, knowing that you never have to live in a pose, but that in order to get to know the pose, you have to move, you have to readjust. And in that way, you'll get to know yourself a little bit better. So take your last few breaths here, mindfully exploring the breath, the body, the mind. Join me with hands together in front of your heart. If you'd like to set an intention for your practice, do so here in this position of gratitude as we feel the right and left sides of our bodies together between the palms of the hands. Bowing your head towards your fingertips, honoring yourself for choosing to be here, honoring the universe thanking it for this beautiful practice we've been gifted. Slowly release your hands to your thighs, lift your chin, and flutter open the eyes. Shift, oh no, don't do that, stay where you are. As you inhale, lift your arms overhead. Notice as you lift your shoulders up to your ears, gently guide the shoulders down away from the ears, moving the blades down the back. Inhale, lengthen without lifting the shoulders. Exhale, twist to the right. Left hand outside your thigh, right fingers gently on the floor behind you. Readjust so you're sitting directly on top of the sitting bones. Don't lean forward, don't lean back. Inhale, come back to center, lift the arms overhead. Don't pull the shoulders up, don't rotate them in. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hand outside left thigh, left fingers lightly on the floor. Again, notice, did you shift to the left, to the right, forward, or back? Find a neutral pose. As you inhale, come back, lift up, side stretch, right palm down, slide it comfortably far away from you, lift up to the left hand and over to the right. Press the left sitting bone down, the left hip down. Pull your chest straight up towards your chin, and then twist, look up under your left arm. Inhale, pull yourself all the way up. Exhale, left palm down, slide it out, but don't lose that right hip. Slide the left hand back in if needed. Right arm overhead. Pull your chest straight up to the chin. Twist and look under your right arm. Inhale, pull yourself up. Interlace your fingers, flip the palms, press the thumbs together. Draw the shoulders down, allow the elbows to bend in order to engage the blades down the back. Then without losing that position of the shoulders, press up through the palms of the hands. Exhale, release the hands down. Shift your weight forward, move the block, and find your tabletop position. Wrists under shoulders. Press down through the heels of the hands, lean forward until you feel the knuckles in the palms of your hands, the metacarpals into the mat, and press into the pads of the fingertips. Lengthen your arms, pull the belly in. Take a deep inhale and melt the belly down, look up, cow pose. Exhale, move into cat. One more time together, inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Take 3 more rounds, adding in, moving your body weight forward and back, perhaps trying to pull the belly in or loosen it to see how that changes sensations. It's a very familiar sequence, so find something new about it by mindfully moving. Once you have taken your last round, stay in a neutral tabletop position. Beautiful. Inhale, lift the right arm forward, left leg up and back. Reach through the right fingers, press back with the left heel. Pull your belly away from the floor. Keep reaching out. Shift the weight forward, press down into your second finger and the knuckle of the second finger in the palm of the hand. You can stay here, bend the left knee, reach back with the right arm, and see if you can find the foot. Reaching back with the right hand is reaching for the foot. You don't have to find the foot to be successful here. Twist your chest to the left, look up and to the left. Lift the left thigh a little higher. If there's any uncomfortable sensation in this pose, how can you move to readjust? Often I have to pull my belly in and move my tailbone down. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, release it down. Going to the other side, inhale, left arm out, right foot up and back. Press through the heel, reach through the fingertips. Find your balance, shifting your weight around until you feel comfortable. Then bend your right knee, sweep the left arm back in a big grand gesture, and perhaps find the foot. Press the foot into the hand, twist your chest, look up and to the right. Lean forward towards the right hand, belly in, tailbone down. Which direction is your knee pointing? Can you point the right kneecap down? Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and release. Bring the right knee directly underneath you to the middle of the mat. Lift the left knee and tuck it behind the right. Feet can come out wide. Grab a block as you sit back, finding a Gomukhasana leg. If the block is unnecessary for you, you can always take it away and sit down. Try and sit back onto the tailbone rather than in front of it, so the chest remains neutral over the hips. Right arm comes out, thumbs up, palm up and back between the shoulders. The prep position, left hand to the right elbow. Keep your chin slightly tucked, chest lifting to the chin, and draw the chin away from the chest. They're always kind of flirting with each other, but never connect. Unwind your hands, roll the shoulders, and then come back forward, crawling to free the legs. Left knee to the middle of the mat, right knee lifts and tucks behind, walk the hands back, settling onto your block or onto your mat. Sit up tall again, feel where you are on the sitting bones, left thumb up and out, and then palm between the blades. Right hand comes up, press the elbow down, an active, well, it's a passive stretch. We're assisting the arm, working it down, and then chin slightly tucked, lifting the chest, belly in. Release your arms, roll the shoulders, and then come back forward. Finding your tabletop, ground down through the heels of the hands, knuckles, and fingertips. Slide the knees 6 inches back, curl your toes, lift your hips, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Pedal out the feet, move, adjust, re-lengthen your stance, shorten your stance. See what you can do to make this pose more meaningful for yourself. After another breath, come into a static downward facing dog so we can move once again together. As you inhale, lift the right leg up and back. Point your right big toe straight down to the floor. Press the right heel up a little higher, the left center of the heel straight down. Lift the right hip open. Keep the right toes in your plane of sight for a moment. You can look up and see your foot. Then bend the knee and point the kneecap straight up. Press the foot straight back. Twist your chest to the left leg. Hold for 2, maybe 3 more breaths. Keep working, lifting the right leg higher, left heel down. Twist the chest again. Right foot comes forward, left knee to the mat, low lunge. Options here, you can take your hands to your right knee, working to round your upper back like a cat pose, sinking the hips forward and down, seeing how that feels in the front of the left hip, creating space by leaning back. You can also take your arms forward and up, maybe the palms together, hugging the elbows in. Yogi's choice. You need to maybe feel a little more grounded, more core work here, take the hands to the knee. Or if you'd like to work on your back bending, bring the arms overhead. Opposite decisions, so hard to make. Maybe a little bit of both. Take the hands down around your right foot, step back into downward facing dog. Pedal it out. On your next inhale, lift your left leg up and back. Point the left toe straight down. Twist the chest to the right thigh already. Then open the left hip. Keep the left toes in the front plane of your body so you can see the toes. Then point the kneecap straight up as you bend the knee. Keep twisting your chest. Guide the heel down to the mat. Exhale, left foot forward, right knee gently down. Again, see how these two positions feel different. The palms can be on the left knee, rounding your upper back like cat, sinking the hips forward and down. Maybe a couple breaths in this position. And then maintaining the bottom half of the pose, the arms can lift overhead, palms together. Chest lifts straight up to the chin, but the chin lifts away from the chest. Exhale, hands come down. Step to the top of your mat with the right foot. Inhale, halfway, hands to shins. Hold your monkey pose. Press the hands into your shins. Heels, center of the heel presses straight down. Lean towards the toes and feel the points of contact in the feet. Keep lifting up through the sitting bones, pull the belly in, and as you fold back forward, keep creating space in the pelvis by pulling the belly in to fold down the legs. Always trying to empty out the pelvic bowl. Inhale again, hands to shins. Exhale, fold. One more time, move with the breath. Keep the integrity of the legs. Inhale and exhale, Uttanasana. Hands to hips, bend your knees, look at your chest. Press into the feet as you come up to stand. Lift the arms forward and up, palms together. Exhale, float the arms to the sides. Samasthiti, the mountain pose. Before we move on into our Surya Namaskars A, press down to the heels, find the big toe ball mound and the pinky toe ball mound. Then inhale, lift your arms forward and up, palms together. Exhale, arms come down as we fold Uttanasana. Inhaling, halfway lift, hands to shins or fingertips to floor. Exhale, palms down, step to plank. Keep your plank nice and tidy. Pull the belly in, lengthen your tailbone, puff up between the shoulder blades. Exhale, pass through chaturanga and find your belly. Try not to readjust the hands unless you need to bring your wrists back under your elbows a little bit more. Press into the toes, inhale, cobra pose. Belly button lifts up, push the pubic bone down. Curl your toes under, table to downward facing dog. 5 breaths here, deep, long, and smooth. When you're ready, look forward, inhale to the top of the mat into your halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way on up. Exhale, arms come to the sides. 2 more, inhale, lift the arms, palms can touch or keep them shoulders distance. Exhale, bow, gentle bend in the knees. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, palms down, step to plank. Inhale at the top of the push-up. Exhale, lower. Keep your hips in line with the shoulders. Hover, chaturanga. Inhale, uncurl the toes, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Upward facing is unfamiliar to you. Please remember you can come straight to the belly and find your cobra pose. When you're ready, look forward. Use your inhale to step into your halfway lift at the top of the mat. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise up, arms forward and up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Samasthiti. One more, inhale, float the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step back plank. Inhale, top of the plank. Exhale, hover or release to the belly. Inhale, roll over the toes, lift the thighs, the hips, push the pubic bone down and lift the chest. Exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. From here on out, you are welcome to skip the vinyasas. You can always alternate, perhaps find a child's pose and rest when the body needs it. Remember, above all else, this is your practice. I'm just simply here to guide you. This time looking forward, inhale back into plank. Nice and easy, release to the belly for Sphinx pose. Elbows come forward. Arms are making the number 11. Roll your kneecaps in. Pinky toes come straight down towards the floor. So the thighs are parallel and actively internally rotating. Now press down into the forearms, into the toenails, lift the belly button and push the pubic bone down. Hold for 3 more breaths. Remember the chest lifts straight up, draw the chin slightly down and back. Left forearm is parallel to the top of your mat. Bend the right knee. Keep your chest lifted. Reach the right arm back and find the ankle or the outer edge of your right foot. Press down into the thighs, into the pubic bone. Lift the belly. Twist your chest. Look up and to the left. If you'd like, you can take a hold of the arch of the foot and pull the foot in closer, allowing the elbow to bend. The hand might naturally want to slip, bringing the fingers around the toes, elbow straight up and back. Notice the direction of the right shoulder. Resist the urge to pull it up and back. Allow it to dip internally. Inhale, release the right foot. Exhale, right forearm down. Prepare yourself, readjust as needed. Then bend the left foot. Hold on to the outer edge of the foot. This is an option to stay here. Lift the chest, look up and to the right. Perhaps pull the foot in by taking the hand into the arch side, noticing that the hand might naturally start wanting to flip around as you deepen the shoulder opening. Again, don't try and draw that left shoulder head back. Keep it hugging down and in. Inhale, let the left foot go. Exhale, make a pillow with the hands, chin to the back of them for a moment. Slide the hands in next to the ribs. Inhale into cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale into downward facing dog. Looking forward, inhale to the top of the mat. You can step or hop. Halfway lift at the top. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise all the way on up. And exhale, arms come to your side. Feet hip distance or inner edges of the feet touching. Inhale, Utkatasana. Palms together, look up at your thumbs, get your head out of the way and drop it back. Exhale, straighten the legs and forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands down, step back plank and either move the hips up and back or lower down for a vinyasa. Moving into our sun salutation beat. From here, our downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up and back. Stack the hip, bend the knee, press the right knee up to the ceiling. Exhale, right foot forward for warrior one. Left heel spins flat. Hug your right sitting bone straight back as you lift the arms up overhead. Arms can remain shoulders distance. Notice, are your feet hip distance? Is your right thigh directly in line with the right hip point? If it's offset, please bring it back in so that we are honoring our pelvic girdle. Interlace the hands behind the back, right thumb on top, stretch the knuckles down, lift the chest. Exhale and bow forward. Bringing the crown of the head towards your right ankle. Again, allowing the shoulders to dip in. As you inhale, press into the feet, lift up, warrior one. Exhale, straighten your right leg, hands to your hips, step the left foot in a foot and to the left a foot. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward, belly in, press the hips back as we lean forward directly over the right leg, pyramid pose. Parsvottanasana. Look at your big toe, bring your gaze more to it. The hands come down to the floor, framing your right foot, or you can walk the hands forward, lengthening the spine, pressing the shoulders towards the hips. Keep the weight equally distributed between the feet. Try not to favor one over the other. Inhale, lift up halfway, walk the hands gently back in. Bend your right knee enough to create space and step back for plank. As you exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, lift the left leg, stack the hip, bend the knee, twist your chest. Exhale, left foot forward. Take your time. Focus on that foundation. Press down through the center of your heels as you lift the arms overhead. Belly in, chest back. Interlace the hands behind the back. Left thumb on top this time. Stretch the knuckles down. Lift your heart. Allow the head of the shoulders to roll forward as you exhale and bow. Keeping the shoulder blades pulling apart as you lift the arms overhead. Don't press the shoulders in towards your ears. Keep them away. Press into the feet. Use your legs to rise up. Use those strong, powerful legs. Arms overhead. Exhale, straighten the left leg. Hands to hips. Right foot steps in and to the right. Hug the hips so they're squaring forward. Then lean forward. Empty out behind the pelvic bowl and stretch down the left leg. Hands come to the floor when you feel comfortable and then walk them forward. You're always welcome to set yourself up on blocks. I apologize. I should have said that previously. Move the hips straight back and feel how the feet now are equally working here. Keep pulling the belly in, working the chest forward and down that left leg. Walk the hands back in around your left foot. Inhale up halfway, create space, and step back plank. Hips up and back or lower down chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Find your breath here. Close the eyes, maybe shake out the head, yes and no. When you're ready, inhale to the top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Interlace the hands behind the back like we did in Humble Warrior. Press the knuckles into the sacrum and then lift the arms overhead, internally rotating the head of the shoulders. And then inhale into chair pose with the bind. Lift the chest. You can look up, sit back, sit lower, pull the belly in. Exhale, fold, straighten the legs. Reach the arms straight up overhead. See if you can work the arms a little more parallel towards the floor. Release your hands to the floor and step the left foot back. Come back to warrior one. So readjust as necessary, bending forward with that right knee as you lift the arms up overhead. Bring the arms forward, parallel to the ground, not the chest, just the arms. Right arm under left, eagle arm position. Squeeze the biceps, the forearms together, lift the elbows, and feel the shoulder blades move off the back. As you exhale, bow forward inside the right leg. Move the hips towards the back edge of your mat. Then bend forward into the right knee. Release the arms, walk them to the left side of the floor, down dog lunge. Keep the chest nice and long, arms long, hips and legs in warrior one. Walk the hands back in to frame your right foot and drop the left knee down into a low lunge, heel toeing the right foot now to the right side of the mat to transition to lizard lunge. So many transitions there, my apologies. Keep the chest lifted, pull the belly in, tailbone down. Come down to the forearms. You can always stay up on the hands. Couple breaths here. Pull the right knee in towards the middle of the mat, but not past the ankle. Come up to the hands, and we'll find the twisted thigh stretch. Press down into the left hand, right hand behind the right knee. Move it away from you, move the chest away from you. Look over your right shoulder. See if you can say, hey, what's up, foot? And then bend your knee, reach back with the right hand. Again, you don't have to find the foot. Use this pose as a time to move, to play, to explore. Can you pull the right knee in? Can you lift your hips to reach back a little bit more to find your foot? Then drop the hips forward and down and twist your chest open. Perhaps this is where we stay, or you can try to pull the foot in closer to the outer part of the left hip. You're always welcome to come down to the left forearm. But again, remember, within this shape, you don't have to stay static. The transformation within this pose can't happen if you stay still. Find a breath here where you're comfortable. Then inhale and release, come on out. Set the hands down, lift your chest and step back to plank. We can move through a cycle here to let that go, or go to down dog and find a breath there. Back to warrior one. Left foot steps forward as the right foot spins flat 45 degrees pointing forward. Arms come on up. Notice this is a psoas stretch, so we have to move the chest back, lengthen the right thigh up as you move the left knee forward. Arms come parallel to the ground. Left arm under right, Garudasana's arms. Lift the elbows, pull the shoulder blades off the back. Exhale into a humble warrior variation, dropping the fingers towards the floor. Release the arms, walk them to the right side of the floor, press the palms down. Arms are long, chest is long. Hips move to stay over the ankles. Walk the hands back in, drop the knee down, heel toe your left foot to the edge of the mat, turning the left toes outwards a little so the knee tracks over the ankle. Stay up on the hands, come down to the forearms. Now that you know we're going to the twisted thigh stretch, please, again, you can start moving around, maybe moving the hips to the right and left, forward and back. Get used to the ability to move one part of the body. You can move the whole body, you can move one part of the body, but no, that's perfectly okay to do. Then make your way back up onto the hands. Left hand behind the left knee, not on the cat, but behind it. Press the knee away, the chest away, twist, flirt with the foot, pull the foot in, and see if you can find it. It might help to lift the hips to reach back. Usually height helps to find these types of positions rather than being low. Lift and twist, come down to the forearm. Breathe and find, after a few moments of moving, a sense of calm and release into the shape. Inhale, slowly let it go. Come up to the hands and exhale, plank. You can take a breath here and find down dog or lower down. Meeting me in your downward facing dog. When you're ready, inhale, halfway lift at the top of the mat. Exhale and fold. Interlace your hands with the opposite grip behind the back. Take the other thumb on top. It's usually the one you don't normally do. Then straighten the arms up overhead. Bend your knees. Bound Utkatasana. I do love this one. Roll the shoulders forward. Lift the arms. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale up to stand, arms to your sides. Hands to your hips. Make sure your feet are about 4 to 6 inches wide, elbows straight back, belly moves in. Lean forward, keep drawing that belly in as you fold. Interlace pointer, middle finger, and thumb around your big toes. Inhale halfway, pull up on your toes. Exhale, bow. If finding your toes feels impossible, please hold on to your ankles. If you feel like you're super close into this grip, then bend your knees as much as you need to find them. Lean towards the toes, but press down into the center of the heels. Draw the shoulders up away from the ears. Inhale halfway and straight arms. Exhale, right palm underneath the right foot, left palm underneath the left foot. Inhale, straight arms. Exhale, bow. Again, please take a different position. If you'd like to do a ragdoll, grab opposite elbows, hold on to the ankles. Feel free. And then wherever you settle, notice, what are you doing with the belly? Is it pooching out? Mine was. I'm going to pull it in to create some space, dropping my head towards the feet. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, free your hands to hips. Inhale, rise all the way on up. Exhale, bring the hands in front of the heart, Samasthiti. Balancing on the right foot, lift the left knee into the chest, flex the foot, lift the right thigh up away from the floor, press down into the right heel. As you exhale, find a warrior three, move the left heel straight back into the space behind you, point the left toe down, left hip point down. Perhaps for a moment, bring the arms forward. Exhale, hands to the floor, standing splits. Lift the left leg on up, point the toes straight down. Then gently rotate the left toe to point out and up at about a 45-degree angle. Inhale up onto the fingertips. Bend your right knee and set the left foot back and down for high lunge. Take your time with the foundation, press into the feet, and sweep the arms overhead. Interlace your fingers, point your pointer and thumb up to the ceiling, look up. Straighten the arms, pull the belly in. As you exhale, stretch the arms back. Inhale, straighten the arms. Exhale, stretch them back. One more time, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, back bend. Hold for a round of breath, sustain the bend. Inhale, slowly up. And exhale, hands to the floor inside your right foot. Drop your chest down. Take your right arm underneath the right thigh. Hand can plant outside the right foot. Stay here. You can take the arms out onto the floor like a T shape onto the fingertips. If you press the leg into the arm and the arm into the leg, you can maybe lift the arms up. Reach out through the fingertips. The last little bit is to bind behind the back. Chest is low, like a forward fold. Gaze is down and forward. Unwind yourself, frame your right foot for a breath, left palm down, right arm up. Inhale. Exhale, frame the foot, step back. You know the drill, lower down or go to down dog. We traveled back into warrior three from the top of the mat. So let's practice traveling forward. Let's do this with the left foot forward. Stepping it into between the hands. Inhale up, high lunge. The arms can stay lifted or bring the hands back in front of the heart. Hinge forward at the hip joint. Lean into the left foot, step the right foot in, and pull it up. You can point the toes straight down, point the toes straight back, drop the right hip point down. Inhale, come up with the right leg. Press down into the left heel. Exhale, let it all go and shake it out. Make sure that left leg gets a little break before we go back onto it. Hands in front of your heart. Lean to the left, pick up the right foot. Knee is bent, foot is flexed. Carefully, slowly send the right foot back. Refine the warrior three pose. Work the left leg, work the right leg. Arms come forward. Send the hands down towards the floor, standing split. Chest works down your straight leg. Point the right toes in and down for a moment. Then roll the toes out and find more of a 45-degree angle, pointing the foot and lifting it up a little higher. Inhale up halfway onto the fingertips. Bend your left knee and set the right foot back and down for high lunge. Lift the arms overhead. Interlace your hands. Rega mudra. Pew, pew. Lift up through the arms. Hug the elbows in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, stretch it back. Inhale, lift up, lift out of it. Exhale, take it back. One more, inhale. Exhale, find your back bend. Hold for a breath. Inhale, slowly up. Exhale, take the hands down to the floor inside the left foot. Drop the chest down, left shoulder under left thigh. Hands are flat, left hand outside left foot near the ankle. Then your choice, where is your maximum today? Arms can come out onto the fingertips, pressing the leg into the arm into the leg, lift the arm. Bind, hands behind the back, chest stays low, right shoulder drops down. Allow yourself to move and fidget, but don't lose your balance. Find stability before mobility here. Release your bind, frame your foot, right palm down. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, left hand down. Step back, plank, take a vinyasa. Send the right foot forward, high lunge. Come on up. Hinge at the hips. Reach forward with the arms. Step the left foot in, then lift it on up. Find the heel of the right foot, the right big toe. Activate the left leg. Inhale up to stand, left knee into the chest. Exhale, left foot down. Arms come down. Take a round of breath here. Close the eyes, stand up nice and tall. Exhale, arms to your side. Inhale, float the arms on up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands down. Step to down dog for me. Bringing the right knee forward behind the right wrist, the ankle behind the left. Pigeon pose. Let's hug the right hip straight back. Left hip moves forward and then fold, working the belly down the thigh, the shin, sorry, that's your shin. You can also keep walking yourself back, not the right leg, the left leg, the chest, maybe the right knee, working to fold your chest down the shin, going a little bit deeper into that external hip rotation of the right leg, knowing that you can move out of this, move around in the shape however you need to feel comfortable. If you have pain in your right knee, please come down to your back, finding the figure 4 position. Inhale, come on up to the hands. Listen very carefully to this. We're going to try a bit of an unusual transition. So I'm going to slide my left knee in closer to me, then lift my chest around my belly so I can swing my right foot under me and out to the side. So we're almost more like a hero's position with the right leg. How we started class, right? Bringing the right heel outside the right hip. Now I'm going to come up to my hands and lift my chest to balance here. I know, some of you might not have done this before. It's weird, isn't it, Marcy? So here, look, from the side, my right knee comes out, my right foot out to the side like that. So it's like half hero, half pigeon. Weird, right? So from this position, see how high you can lift your hips, you can lift your chest, push into the feet, keep your hips squared forward, right hand can be on your right thigh, lean your chest forward, pull the left foot in, and find your left foot. Now pull the foot in closer to you. I'm holding the arch of my left foot. This could be where you stay, maybe lifting the arm up. You can also pull the left foot in closer and wiggle the foot into the wrist, into the elbow. Then I always like to take my right hand in front of me to hold my left fingers and then lift my right arm up. Look, it's a mermaid. I told you there would be mermaids. I bet you forgot. Wherever you chose to stay, stay there, but give yourself some movement. See if you can fidget around to see what it's like to lift up the foot, to hold your chest up, to push down into the legs. If you find one part of it, you're in the pose. Release on an inhale and slowly step back to downward facing dog. I'm very curious to see if any of you have not done that mermaid before. You'll have to tell me after class. Left knee travels forward, find a resting pigeon pose. Carefully adjusting the hips, hug the left hip straight back, move the right hip straight forward. And see if you can walk that right leg back, the left knee back, to bring the belly, the chest down over the shin, and then fold. Inhale up onto your hands, then slowly start to readjust. So you lift your hips, lift your chest, give yourself space to try and wiggle that left foot now out to the left. So the heel is outside the hip. Walk the hands in, press into the legs to lift up away from the floor. This is a high position, so don't feel like you're going too high. You're probably not. Hand on your thigh, lean forward, pull the foot in and wiggle. See if you can find it. Now your choice, you stay here, you can lift your arm, you can lean, you can pull the foot in, perhaps finding more of that mermaid kind of a shape, bringing the foot into the elbow, left arm forward, lift the arm and look. Again, earlier I kept telling you to twist your chest to the opposite side. So here, pull that into this. Twist your chest to the left, look up to the left. Working to square the chest a little more. It's all coming together. Inhale, release. Exhale back into downward facing dog. Take another breath here. Inhale forward to the top of the mat and a halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise up, push into those feet. Exhale, arms to your side. Step your left foot to the back of the mat for warrior two. Taking your time, again, notice what are you doing with your hips. If you can't see your right big toe and if your knee is dipping into the middle, you're not in your pelvic alignment. So move that right hip straight back, bend into the right knee, roll the left hip forward and down. If you need assistance with that, rotate your left foot in to almost a 45-degree angle. Lean your chest to the left and twist open to the side. Bend into the knee. Hold for another couple of breaths. I'm going to give you a side view. Right forearm comes across right thigh. To have the forearm closer to your knee rather than up high towards the hip. Palm is up of the right hand, left arm comes forward. Reach through the left fingers. Breathe into that right hip. Pull the chest straight up to the chin, lift the head. Make sure the left arm is not back behind you. Keep it in front of you so you see the arm. Take yourself out of a back bend. Now lift your chest a little more. Be light on that right thigh. Look at your right foot. Step the left foot in into a shorter stance. And then lean in that right foot. Come onto your left toe and tap your left toe into your right calf or ankle. As you exhale, step the left foot back. Parsvakonasana. Step it in, tap the ankle, find your balance, and then step it back. One more time, step the foot in, and then tap the foot. Right hand to the floor, open up, half moon. Ooh, tricky. I'm in my door, so keep yourself lifted. Try not to run into a wall. You're always welcome to stay just as you are, or come up light on the right fingertips and pull the right hand up in front of the heart. Maybe the left hand comes down to meet it. Inhale, right hand down, left arm up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, lift yourself up. Exhale, frame your right foot. Step back to take a vinyasa. Same thing, other side. Left foot travels forward, right foot spins flat. Lift yourself up. Again, explore your warrior two pose, noticing how the hips are rotating. We want it to be left hip bone moves back, right hip point rolls forward and down as you lift the arms up and out. Lean to the right, not to the left. Vienna snowboarding, balance board is very cool, but we don't want to be on a snowboard here, right? So keep yourself up. Left forearm across your thighs, closer to the knee. Right arm comes forward. Pull your chest straight up. Twist the left side of the ribs, reaching through your right fingers. Play with this. Can you pull the belly in? Fill out the waistline. Resist the urge to back bend. We don't need to back bend here. We're doing plenty of those today. Now lift your chest, be lighter with that left forearm. Don't work so hard here. Look down, step the right foot in, and then tap your calf. Send the foot back. Step it in, tap the calf. Step it back. One more time. Tap, hold, half moon. Left hand down, right leg lifts. I feel like that's kind of like a surprise half moon, so if it totally threw you off, just meet me here. Again, if you tried playing with one hand in front of the heart and then the other, go for it for a breath or two. Left hand down, right arm up. Gracefully bend the left knee to set the right foot down. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, hands down. Vinyasa. Taking a round of breath. When you're ready, inhale to the top of the mat and your halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, arms come on down. Natrajasana. Balancing on your left foot, left hand to your hip. This first time, let's bring the right knee up and into the chest. Press down into that left heel. Slide the right hand down to capture the outside of the ankle or the foot. Pause with the knees hip distance and parallel to each other. Lean the belly forward. Lift the right thigh as high as you can. Stand straight up with the chest. Lean the belly forward. Lift the right thigh. Stand up with the chest. Bring the left arm straight forward. Try and twist your chest to the left. Exhale, come up to stand and release it out. Shake it out. Hands to the hips. Lean to the right. Lift your left knee. Flex the foot. Focus on that right leg. Hit the contact. Slide the left hand down. Find the foot. Pause. Move the left knee into parallel with the right. Then press the belly forward. Lift the left thigh as high as you can. Bring the right arm straight forward. Stand up with the chest. Lift the left thigh, belly forward, chest up. Inhale, come on up, come on out, and shake it out. Beautiful. All right. Hi, Ren. Hands to your hips, step the left foot back, warrior two. Find your pose. If you know me well enough, I have a funny feeling you're going to know where we're going to go. I bet Deanna knows. $5, Deanna. Flip your right palm, exhale, reverse. Utthita Virabhadrasana. Inhale, forward. Exhale, straighten the right leg. Inhale, reach out and over the leg. Exhale, triangle pose. The hand can go to the floor outside the foot, to the shin, or to a block, depending on how high you need to lift yourself. Focus on hugging that right sitting bone under you. Left hip point rolls down and forward. Straighten your chest. Pull your chest forward towards the chin. Take as much roundness out of the shape as you can. There are no curves in a triangle. Left hand to your hip. Step forward into your half moon. Left foot in and up. Roll the left hip open on top of the right. Keep the left toes flexed out to the side and in your periphery. Lift the left arm. Left knee can come in towards the chest. Reach down with the left hand. Find the ankle, the outer edge of the foot, and then move the foot straight back like we did in our dancer's pose. For a little extra fun today, keep this or come up to the right fingertips and see if you can lift the right hand up off the floor. Ooh. Right hand can come down. Inhale, lift the left leg up and out, half moon. And slowly exhale, warrior two. Let's pivot and do this on the other side. Left foot points forward, right foot now parallel. Inhale, flip the left palm. Exhale, reverse. Inhale to warrior two. Exhale, straighten the leg. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, reach down. Play in your triangle. Move the hips to the right, not to the left. Straighten any place that feels curvy. Pull it in, lengthen it out. Lift it up. Right hand to the hip, into your half moon. Readjust as you step the right foot in, send the left hand forward. Lift the right leg, flex the foot. Keep the foot forward to the front of the body, not behind it. Bring the knee into your chest, pull, hold on to the foot as you push the foot back behind you. Move the hips forward, lift the right hip. And if you had some fun coming up onto the left fingertips and lifting the hand up off the floor, give it a go. Left hand down. Inhale, half moon. Exhale into warrior two. Oh, inhale here, pretty please. Exhale, hands down and step back to take a vinyasa or go to downward facing dog. Send the right foot forward, left knee down. Come up with the right forearm on top of the right thigh, palm up, like you're hoping someone's gonna stick something in your hand. Now lift your chest, lean forward and down into the hip, pull the left foot up. Our second mermaid pose. Hold on to the outer edge of the left foot, keep your chest lifted, then perhaps practice switching your hand to the arch of the foot. This might be what you do. Work on your balance, lift the right arm up. Or you can pull the foot in, allowing the hand to flip around. Slide the toes into the wrist, into the elbow. Right hand in front, lift the arm. This is a massive rectus femoris stretch. The quad, that is a hip flexor. So if this is making you go screechy, maybe back it up. Beautiful, Marcy. Unwind yourself, hands down and step back, down dog, and we'll switch our sides. First time I did that pose, my quad was like, holy smokes, woman, what are you doing to me? Left foot forward, right knee down. So hug everything in, lift yourself up. Left hand comes down, palm up, pretend someone's putting some fudge in your hand. Lean forward, pull the right foot in, hold it. This is option one, lift your arm, super good balancing posture. Hold on to the arch of the foot and then work to pull that foot in closer to your bum. Slide the foot in as deep as it'll go into that elbow. Oh, goodness. Good. Can't find my foot. And then take the hand in front of you, hold it, lift, twist your chest to the left. Inhale, come on out. Exhale, back to down dog. All right, take a breath here. When you're ready, look forward and come up to the top of your mat. Inhaling at the top, exhaling and folding. Inhale, rise all the way on up. And exhale, hands come down. Okay, so we are going to do a different mermaid today in dancer's pose. Ooh, so if you have a wall space or anything that you'd like to do this at, you can, because you might want to just practice bringing that foot lifted into your elbow. So let me show you. Standing on my left foot, I'm going to kick my foot up, hold my foot. Now perhaps hold the arch of my foot. Lift the leg, hold it into the wrist, slide the foot into the elbow, and then maybe lift the arm. Knee moves straight back, twist your chest open. See how important it is for me to stand straight up here? By leaning forward, it's harder to find. So get height, right? Don't go down, not a warrior three. So let's try it. But remember, we have stopping points all along the way. So hands on your hips. Kick your right foot up. Hold on to the foot. Keep the knee in hip distance. Stay here. You can lift the left arm up, play with your dancer, or switch the grip. Hold the arch of the foot. Lift the foot, pull it in toward your bum, bend your right elbow, slide the foot into the wrist, and lift the arm up. Slide the foot into the elbow, lift the arm up, or bring the arm in front of you, hook your fingers, and lift into your dancer's mermaid. Fun. Marcy's like, I'm using a wall. Awesome, you guys. Nice. And then when you're ready, jump switch. So inhale, slowly come on out. Don't actually jump. I don't think that's possible. Now kick your left foot up. Find the outer edge of your foot. This is option 1 to do in your dancer. Option 2 is to hold the arch. Option 3 is to lift, bend the elbow out to the back, and then slide the foot into the elbow. Perhaps bring the arm in front, boop, and lift. I don't know about you guys, but if I get this just right, man, my psoas likes it. It's like, ooh, thank you, I appreciate that. And then we inhale to come out. But it's a straight up position, right? You can't lean, you can't necessarily try and do a huge back bend. You gotta do a straight up in the spine. Cool, okay. When you're ready, step up to the top of the mat. What time is it? Oh, good, okay. Inhale, lift your arms. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands down. Let's step back to downward facing dog. Okay, send the right foot forward, left, warrior 2. Awfully late into a class, but we're gonna go with it. Beautiful. Straighten your right leg. Reach forward and return to a triangle pose. Hand to your hip into half moon pose. Now you may do this by finding warrior 3 and coming up to stand. If you can find your Ardha Chandra Chapasana, the half standing bow, hold on to the outer edge of the foot and press the foot straight back. Now, like we did in our dancer's pose, square your hips, bring the left knee into parallel towards the right, bend your right knee. Little bend in the right knee so you can lift yourself forward and up, fine dancer. Ooh. As you exhale, release and come on out to stand. Nice. We'll travel simply by stepping the right foot back, warrior 2 other side. Quick movements here, little exploration into balance. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, reach out and reach down. Right hand to your hip. Lean forward, look forward, and step into the half moon. Find your half standing bow. Knee comes down so the hips are squared. Hug the knees in. Bend your left knee. Press in the left foot. Reach left arm forward and up. Natrajasana. Last time. Hooray. Exhale, come on out and release. Take a round of breath in your mountain pose, and we'll work into some closing postures. Exhale, arms to your sides. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, forward and down. Inhaling halfway. Exhale, hands down, step back to down dog. Right knee comes forward. Settle yourself down and come to a resting pigeon for a cute couple of breaths. Now, I do believe that the pigeon mermaid is the most commonly seen of the mermaid poses. If you are mermaided out, you do not have to go any further than we already did, and you can stay here and appreciate sleeping pigeon pose. If you do have one more mermaid in you, you come up to the leg, right hand on your knee, left hand on your foot. Like we did way back when in our hero mermaid, you got to press down to lift up. And then you lean forward, bend the left knee in, reach for the foot. See if you can. Now all the work we've done, pull the foot in, slide the foot into the wrist, Lean the chest back towards the foot to slide the foot in deeper. Then take the right hand forward and hook to lift. Remember, you want to lift that chest straight up. Move the whole torso back. Mercy, I think you got it, girl. Hey, hey. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't talk to you. I always do that to people. As you slowly inhale, release, and lift yourself up to your last downward dog. Oh my gosh. Left foot forward. Take a few breaths first. Slowly come up to the hands. If you tried your last mermaid, give it a go here. Play with it at your own speed. Remember, keep the hips squared, leaning forward to pull the foot in. Then lift your chest up as high as you can and move your chest back towards the right foot. Pull the right foot in, sliding it to the elbow, lifting the arm, finding your fingers. Twist the chest forward and to the left. Hooray! And then slowly release. Drop the left hip to the floor. Somehow wiggle that right foot around in front. Then take the legs out in front of you. Dandasana, the staff pose. Palms set down next to the hips. Drop your shoulders down, round into it like you're a very bad yogi who has terrible posture. Now keep your shoulders forward and down. Press the shoulders down away from the ears. Lift your chest straight up. Notice how your body can move in dual actions. Very important. Try and flex your feet or point your toes. I like to point my toes, but if you have a hard time staying on your sitting bones, flex the feet. Subtly tuck the chin, locking the energy into the torso. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Reach forward, perhaps find the feet, shins, floor. Paschimottanasana. Straighten your spine like we did in our halfway lift. Pull the belly in and move the chest forward over a hollow pelvic bowl. Inhale, lift yourself on up. Take the right foot into stand. Left arm wraps around the right leg, right hand behind you. Pull your chest, lean towards the right hand, then lean to the right to get yourself into a deeper twist. Perhaps the left elbow can now go in front of the right knee, and then sit up straight up. Sit up tall and keep working your chest past the right thigh. Then look over your right shoulder. Walk the right hand in closer to the pelvis, sitting up as straight as possible. Slowly exhale and unwind. Right leg comes out. Left leg comes in. Right arm wraps around the leg. Lean to the leg. Then lean to the left. Lean to the long side of your mat so you can feel your chest move past the thigh. Then sit up nice and tall, right elbow outside the knee. Left hand can come in closer to you. Slowly exhale and unwind. Hands to your thighs, C-curve your spine and come onto your back. Plant your feet hip distance, and we'll find a supine gomukhasana, last pose before shavasana. Right knee crosses up and over the left. Now draw the knees in as you inhale and hold on to your knees. Feel the air compress in the belly. Slide the hands down towards the ankles and move the shins forward toward your face. You'll know here when you have to stop. If holding the outer edges of the feet is available to you, you're always welcome to go there. Keep the knees coming in, but drop the hips down. Breathe into the outer right hip. Slowly release your feet, unwind, find your feet on the floor. Left knee comes up and over the right, cross the legs, draw the knees to the chest. Compress the air into the belly, then slide the hands down, move the shins forward. Perhaps hold the outer edges of the feet. Slowly unwind, let yourself go. Straighten out the legs. There's one last posture. You need to move your body in a direction we did not move ourselves into today. Please feel free to do so. Whatever you need to have a complete practice. And then join me onto your mat. We'll do a little exploration before I let you all settle in. Paying attention to the feet. Notice which foot is rolled out to the side a little bit more. Notice if one leg feels longer than the other. Are the hips equally rested on the mat? Are you more on one side? Is one sitting bone lifted higher than the other? Is it easier to settle one back of the hand on the floor? Is one shoulder tighter than the other from that? Are the shoulder blades even, flat down the back? The collarbone wide? Do you feel the breath constricted? Soften, readjust the shoulders so the breath is easy. Is the chin jutting up to the ceiling, or is it tucked tightly? Find neutral. Soften the throat. Lastly, unclench the teeth. Remove the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Feel balance, at peace, and surrender to Shavasana. Slowly begin to deepen the breath. Wiggle the fingers, the toes. Rock the head side to side. Arms come overhead. Enjoy a nice long stretch. Reach the arms overhead, point the toes, and flex the feet. In your own time, bring the knees into the chest, rocking right and left. Taking your time to find the right side of your mat, resting on the right. Come on up to a seated pose, sitting nice and tall, hands together in front of your heart, eyes closed. The last time, explore this posture. Is it easier to sit up taller now? Do you feel a little more grounded, sitting back onto the tailbone, lifting the chest? Always find this stance, stacking the bones to feel comfortable. I'd like to thank you ladies so very much for joining me this morning. I hope you had some fun and feel ready to start your day. The light in me honors the light in all of you. Namaste. Please unmute yourself. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you had some fun. Janet says
so
yes.
Fun.
Good.
It was great, Allie. Yeah.
Yeah? Did you have okay time with those mermaids?
Mermaid before.
You what, Janet?
I never did the first mermaid before.
Really? Oh, I thought I showed you that one before. Donna, you and I have done that.
I don't remember it.
Yeah.
But it was,
Oh,
I liked
okay,
that
well,
one the best. That was the easiest for me to get into for some reason.
It is. That's why I like to do that one, because
Yeah,
it's because
fun.
you're so high. It
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
I know,
It's fun.
it's a great confidence booster. You're like, oh my
Yes.
God, I
You're
can
like,
do
oh, I can
one.
do this. Okay. Yeah.
Right? I know. That's why I have to throw it in every once in a while, because I feel like people are like, yes, I can do it. Or I can at least feel like it's accessible, you know?
I hope we
I
do
can.
the dancer one again, like in Saturday or Sunday, because I didn't get it yet, and so I need to practice it more. I mean, I get it in my head. I didn't get it.
Yeah.
To achieve it.
It's that one is you're balancing. That's a nightmare when you're trying to balance and do that. You're like,
Right.
We can do that again. We can do it tomorrow too, Janet.
You can do anything.
We could. Marcy, I saw you were doing some mermaids though, weren't you?
Well, I was kind of cheating.
I'm okay with that.
I can't reach all the way back there, but it was okay. That's kind of my goal pose, actually.
That's awesome. So we just gotta do a
That's
little bit
not
more.
cheating. That's fantastic.
That's not cheating.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you guys so much. Thank you for coming. Good. I'm glad. All right. Well, I hope to see you all soon. I teach Saturday and Sunday.
Awesome.
Okay, Allie.
All right, we'll see you again. Thank
Bye,
you.
you lovely
Take
people.
care. Thanks again. It was great.
Bye,
Bye,
Donna.
thank
Bye,
you.
Chris.
Bye, everybody.
I'll see you tomorrow, Janet.
You got it.